Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Smoking Jazz Barbecue. And today we're going to be talking about none other than the Weber Genesis E325. So many of you are wondering, what am I doing with a Weber Genesis, the E325 version? And it's a gas grill on top of that, right? It's not a pellet smoker, it's not an offset smoker, it's not even a regular cooker. It's a gas grill, guys. Yes. And the reason why I got this bad boy right here is because of the sleek, beautiful design. It caught my eye at Home Depot and I just went and got it. So there's no unboxing video for this particular model because they offer a free installation kit that came when I purchased this model right here. So I took advantage of that. On top of that, guys, they delivered it. As you can see, it's a whole unit, and they gave me a free cover, so couldn't go wrong with that particular deal. So in this particular video, we're going to be talking about my thoughts, my pros and my cons on this bad boy right here, the Weber Genesis E325. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a deep dive look at the new redesign by the Weber's company for the 2022 Genesis signature models. Man, take a look at that, guys. Wow. The rounded edges, guys. That way, in case you bump into it, guys, it will not hurt your hands or your side of your hip or your legs if you are like, 7'5" or something like that. Or, somewhere along the lines of a Shaquille O'Neal type of guy. And take a look at the, wow, the trimmings. Woo, look at that. From the burners all the way down to the casters, man. And not to mention, wow, the stainless steel trimmings on the side of the lid, down to the T-bar, to the handles. This is like Pimp My Ride, guys, but this is like, the smoking barbecue version of Pimp My Gas Grill. Wow, this is amazing. But guys, let's take a look at the interior part of this beautiful Weber Genesis E325 model. Wow. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the interior cooking space from the lid all the way down to the grates. But before that, guys, let's take a look at that beautiful stamp right there. Man, the Weber stamp with the kettle design. That is old school right there, guys. Man, oh man. But let's talk about the grates since we're looking at them, guys. These are 9mm stainless steel cooking grates, which means it's going to hold and absorb that heat that you're trying to sear your steaks, your pork chops, your chicken, your burgers, your vegetables, anything that you want to sear. These are 9mm stainless steel cooking grates, which is going to absorb that heat again. And also, guys, let's remove this. We're going to talk about this in a little bit. Man, take a look at this, guys. A folding warmer additional rack. This is amazing. So if, guys, most traditional grills, gas grills, just come with, or any other grills just come with a little warmer rack, which is just one part. But this comes in two folds, guys. Let's take a look at that. Man, so if you want to put your burgers, your hot dogs, your vegetables, your potatoes, and anything you want to warm up, such as your buns, your bread, or anything. If you even want a big bread, you can even put it on top of here and just let that warm up and cook. Man, amazing, amazing, amazing. And you can add your rotisserie attachment right here, guys. These are the holes for it. You just remove this warmer right here and add your rotisserie attachment. And guys, we have a total of 2,513 square inch of cooking space right here. And if you go side by side, it's about 27-inch wide. And not to mention the warmer. Additional space, guys. Additional space, which is definitely a plus on my book. So let's talk about the side shelf next, guys. As you can see, they got the slick stainless steel design all the way from the right side to the left side. And as you can see, guys, I just noticed something earlier and I had to measure. The left side a little bit smaller than the right side, and because the right side is the big boy of the entire unit, and that's about 18-inch wide compared to the 14-inch wide on the left side. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful design. And this side, I should say, is meant to house your cutting board or anything special that you want to have on top of it, like your pan to take off your items from that you're grilling or smoking onto the pan. And that should hold a good amount of weight. I would say about at least 30 to 50 pounds or perhaps more. But you should not have anything that's going to be ridiculous in weight holding on the side shelf anyway. But let's continue to talk about the edges. Yes, the edges is very important, guys, because most edges on grills are sharp, and when you have a sharp edge on the grill, it's nothing worse than when you're grilling something or when you're smoking something and you get injured by the side edge of the shelf. Oh man, that is an injury that you do not want to have. But let's move on, guys. As you can see, they got 3 hooks on each side, so you can put your attachments such as your spatulas or whatever you want to put on top of it or hook on it. That is your hooks. That you have a total of 6. Next thing, guys, let's talk about the burners. As you can see with the red trimming design, these burners on each side holds about 13,000 BTUs. Woo! That is a lot of BTUs, guys. So next up, guys, let's talk about the storage cabinet, man. And they got a beautiful slick design on the stainless steel handlebars on each side. And let's take a look interiorly what it looks like inside. Man, you got plenty of room in here, guys, to house pretty much anything. You got some space in here, and on top of that you got this little section where you can house on top of that as well. And guys, right here there's 2 hooks to house your little grates if you want to use another system which is called the crafter system, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. But our propane tank right here is a regular propane tank, nothing special about it. And guys, they came out with a new system to measure or indicate how much propane you have left in your propane tank. So that's a beautiful design that the head came out with, so I really like that. On top of that, guys, the new redesign of the dripping system, or the cleaning system I should say. So anything you're cooking on top of your grate, such as your burgers, your chicken, or anything that's greasy, your pork chops, anything like that, it's gonna drip from the grates all the way down to here, and that's gonna run all the way down to this drip tray. But as you can see right here with this particular scraper that they allow you to have, is you can scrape any residue off and have it go down to the hole into the drip tray. The only thing that I'm concerned about, that it's a con for me, is that the drip tray is so small. Now you're gonna have to dump this every so often, depending how many times you use your grill. So keep that as your FYI, guys. But other than that, this is amazing. Wow, I'm really liking this grill, and I'm not a gas grill guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. So let's talk about how to start this bad boy up. So in order to do that, guys, let's talk about the 3 burners that we have, including the sear zone. Each and every single burner has about 13,000 BTUs, which means each side that you have is going to allow to maximize the potential of searing your steaks, your burgers, your chicken, your vegetables, your whatever you're going to sear, your pork chops, such as those type of meats. And the beautiful thing about it, again, we talked about the 9mm stainless steel grates that's going to house and absorb and hold that heat to sear and have those grill marks that you're looking for to impress your guests and impress yourself at the end of the day. But let's talk about how to start this up, guys. As you can see, there's a start button right here. Just like vehicles nowadays, you have to push that start button in order to start it up. So that's a good design and a slick design and an amazing idea by Weber. So let's talk about how to do that. So we're going to turn the burner knob all the way to, you see the flame indicator, and all you gotta do is press start. As you heard, the flame just came up, and we're going to do it one more time, guys. As you can see, here's the indicator where the flames are at. We're just going to turn them up to that and start it for the middle burner. So it seems like we got to go through each and every single burner in order to get to that flame indicator and push the button to start each and every single burner up. So that's a beautiful thing that Weber came up with. So instead of all 3 lining up at the same time, we're gonna have to do it each and every individually. So that way you can allow to have that perfectly indirect cooking method in order to cook other things such as your brisket, your ribs, or your whole chicken, or your rotisserie chicken on top of that, guys. So guys, I don't know how well you can see that particular flames that are coming out. I know I'm filming during the daytime and the sunlight hitting the camera, so I don't know how much you can see, but let's talk about the flavorizing bars next, guys. Man, they're beautifully slick in design. As you can see, the flames will come out on the side to cook your food or your meats or your vegetables evenly. And as you can see, like I said, the heat is coming through, so I'm going to turn the burner off at this point. And there are total of 5 flavorizing bars. I know you can't really see that well, but there's total of 5 bars in the entire cooking surface, or space I should say. And this is what it looks like right here, and it allows the flames to come out through the side and cook your foods or your meats, or bake your potato sweet potato pies, your apple pies, or your bread nice and evenly on the warming rack. But as we stated and teased earlier, guys, let me move this grate back. This comes off as well, guys, and there's a thing where Weber came out with is a crafted system where it allows you to cook your pizza if you wanted to, use it as a griddle. And I'm gonna show you the video right now. As you can see, I don't have that in my possession, but I'm gonna order that next to have that as part of my arsenal. But it's a very good thing to have, and that's a beautiful design and idea that Weber came out with. So stay tuned for that, guys. Man, oh man, take a look at that, guys. Ooh, beautiful. As I stated earlier, guys, this is a beautiful redesign for the Weber Genesis 2022 signature models, and this is the E325, and it's eye candy as it can be, guys. Man, take a look at that black on black with the stainless steel, along with the trimmings of the redness that highlights this grill. Man, if you have this grill, guys, in your arsenal, you're gonna be a perfectly grill master on this particular model, because it's gonna boost up your morality, it's gonna boost up your skills, and it's definitely gonna make you look on top of the world. Man, this is a beautiful model to have. Again, I'm not a gas guy because I always cooked on offsets and pellet smokers, but this is a model nonetheless to have in your arsenal. So in conclusion, guys, this bad boy right here is definitely worth to have. It's definitely something that if you're just trying to have a quick sear on a burger or a quick sear on a steak or chicken or pork chop, this is the model to have. Yes, I do have other grills available. I mean, I do have my Weber Summit, or better yet, my Weber kettle right there. And of course, I got my Pitfalls Austin XL, and along with my Pitfalls Lockhart. But this bad boy right here is going to get some use out of it. So my pros is that besides the slick design, the grates and the durability that it could hold up to all those potential burns and everything else, this is good to have. The cons is that, again, that I only found was the drip tray needs to be empty every so often. So keep in mind, guys, that's something that you want to also keep FYI for. So other than that, guys, I approve of this model. So we're gonna do the first burn, and then we're gonna cook some stuff on it. And look forward, guys, there's gonna be videos that I'm gonna try to do a brisket or some ribs on this bad boy. So stay tuned for that, guys. And until the next video, this is Smoking Jazz Barbecue, and I salute you.